I'm a king of the road.
How are you guys? How's it going? Y'all getting ready for some team wars, I hope, this weekend in Tennessee. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. I hope we get a few more people that's interested in the team wars to come in, because we're going to draw spots on this this graphic right here behind me. We're going to have some sign up information for everybody. We're going to get the ball rolling early. Can you guys hear me? Anybody there that can hear me? Have I got audio? Hey, Hogan. Hogan, can you hear me, sir? Yeah, good deal. That's a good deal. I hope you do. Yeah, awesome. That's awesome. We're just going to kill time for just a minute. And I should play a few more videos, I guess, but let some folks get in here that I know is going to do this kind of thing this weekend. Trying to make it easy, and so everybody would know exactly, what they'll be doing, so won't nobody be confused. No harm in making things easy, right? I guess we need some of that mood music. I feel lonely. Hogan, are you coming down? You coming down to the high voltage show, I imagine, are you? Yeah, good deal. Hopefully we'll grab somebody in here in just a minute. All right, we got John. Yeah, I'm actually leaving in the morning, kind of heading up there. I'm going to take care of my daddy tomorrow, Wednesday, I always do. And then from there, I will leave and go up there. I'll be there a day early. I doubt I'll be able to, but if Greg let me park the trailer over there at the place, I'm going to set up as much as I can. I'm bringing the farm as far as a base war setup goes. I'm going to set a lot of stuff up, so it'll take me a while. And this will be new to all of us, this team thing. So I expect there to be some struggles. Not too many. I've done what I can to make it as easy as possible. So hopefully that'll happen. I think it will be, man. My gut just says it will be. But you guys will decide. It depends on the feedback we get that day. Is something we should pursue or something we shouldn't? I'm excited. I think it is, or else I wouldn't be doing it. But if it doesn't, well, then we don't do it anymore, and life gets easy. I guess I tried to cater this to the East Coast time at 7:30 there, so probably. I guess if anybody was going to be here, they would be here already. I don't know how to reach out to them to tell them here we go, but I guess I'm going to go ahead and start, and maybe we can do this thing kind of quickly, and then they can go back and rewatch it rather than us just sit here. But So right here, what you see behind me is a bracket. It's just a 16 team single elimination bracket, right? Just like you see it any basketball, football, whatever. So we have 10 teams signed up. 10 teams signed up. Let me go verify that nobody jumped in when I wasn't paying attention. And we'll see. Make sure I didn't, I ain't leaving somebody out. Won't take me half a second. Okay. Yep, we're good. All right. So we have 10 teams. Well, first of all, let's just start with what we're going to do when we get there. When we get there, I have these printed out. This right here will be a roster of all the teams that signed up, right? And some of this may change, okay? Like, you can, until we start the very first match, you can change these. Now, if this team is playing, if these two teams are playing one another, they'll start at, say, 9 o'clock or 9:30. Well, before you start your first match, you got to have your roster, and it's got to be set, and there can't be no changing after you start your match. So what you'll do is you will fill out one of these. I'm going to make this available if y'all want to ahead of time. Just simply, you can print it out and fill it out. This is your team roster, team name and team roster, right? And this is what we will go with. And then this, I believe, yeah. This is our score sheet. And on our score sheet, this is simply the roster. We'll write the people on here. And then down here is where we'll keep up with our scores. And we'll have a winner and a loser. All right. So the way this works is, if you'll notice we got these handicaps right here in the middle. Build types right there. That's our handicap. So what you're looking at is if a extreme vehicle goes against a trunk vehicle, then that trunk vehicle will get 20 dB added to its score. If a trunk goes against a wall vehicle, then you see the trunk will get a 10 dB gain or spot, handicap, whatever, right? And so, all right. So let's say we have person one here. They get their score, put their handicap. What's their final score? Do they get a point for the team? Did they win or not? If they win, they get a 1. They get a point. If they lose, they get a 0. And then we just do that 5 times as we go down. And at the bottom, there's only 5 matches. So there's not going, it's the first 1 to 3 wins. If this team wins 1, 2, and 3, then we don't even have to go to the last 2 matches. All right. So that's kind of that for the score sheet. Do y'all have any questions so far? So far, any questions about the handicaps or the bracket you're looking at? We're going to fill that out in just a second. I wanted to put that on here so you guys can watch me fill it out, and we'll have it, so y'all don't think I'm doing something shady. Are we going to get to do our regular class first? Yes, you can. So the way this works is, so once we get this bracket filled out, let's say this first match, let's just say it was going to start at 9. Oh, I got no right. 9:30. All right. So when we finish here tonight, we'll know what teams are going to be go and win. You might not actually compete until 12 o'clock or something like that. So yeah, you'll have plenty of time to go run the regular lanes. No problem. Yeah, you can do it first as long as you don't go, you're not drafted into that very first match. You know, that would be, that might be, it just depends then. But let me see here. Find my cursor and erase that just in case we don't, in case that ain't the way it goes down. All right. So, all right. All right. So far we good. All right. So that's that. This is the score sheet. I'll be there doing this with you. Once again, I will provide you. The only thing I didn't do is I didn't, on that sheet that you guys filled out on that link, I didn't fill out what type build it is. So before we start each match, this score sheet will be compared to this roster that you guys filled out right here. And so you will know what type builds that they have. You know everybody they have, so you'll know who to throw up, you know, because it could be important. Like, you may not want to waste your extreme vehicle against a wall build. You know, you may, you know, there's going to be some strategy into it, I think. So you guys will just have to figure that out. But it's just not always going to be obvious as to who you want to put up. And let's talk about that. Whenever you show up, the two teams that's on this first bracket here, it's on this first match, they'll flip a coin. Winner of the coin toss chooses to either put up a competitor or make the opponent put up a competitor. All right. So either way it works, somebody's going to put up a competitor. And then the other team has the option of choosing who they want to put on that competitor. Right. And then they'll go together, they'll battle, and then somebody's going to get a point. And then the next match, if team A put up the first time, now team B will put up the first time on the second match. And it'll switch back for the third match and, you know, all that. Y'all good on that? It's so quiet in here by myself. So weird. But so anyway, so that's kind of how the matches are going to work. Now, what I have here is a sheet of paper with some written numbers. And there's 16 spots because there's 16 places on this bracket. Some of those numbers will be buys, but anyway, we're fixing to cut these numbers up and put them in this cup. And based on the teams you see to my left, I'm going to draw. If you're in the chat there or whatever, you know, you can go first. I'll draw for you first. You know, and so that's what we'll do. So I'm going to cut these up right quick and then put them in there. Oh, we need to fill the buys out first before we even go there. So I don't know if you guys have ever filled out a bracket before when you have buys, and we have 5 buys because we have 10 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 buys. So what you do usually is you put the buy here, and then you come. I know we got 5 of them, so we'll come back to the bottom of this one. Buy here, buy at the top of the second level, and then a buy here. All right, so they're spread out as much as they can because the top 2 buys, they string to go towards match 15. The bottom 2 go towards match 15 also, but a different route. So then we start back at the top. We have 1 more buy, and so we'll come to the second level of the first round, which would be right here. Buy. So I need to pull these numbers out. And the way these would be, and I should have put them on there, I didn't. These numbers are match numbers, but so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Everybody good so far? All right. So now we're going to cut these numbers up and put them in this. I want to do this in front of everybody so y'all don't think, I'm shady or anything. So here we go. Cutting up the sheet of numbers that I just showed you guys. I know it's hard to tell, but it's numbers on there. Normally we would do this in person, but I figured if we could have this done ahead of time, then I could let some of you guys know, hey, you're not gonna have to be there first, so you don't have to be there at 9:30 like the rest of us. So numbers still, cut them up right quick. All right. Now we pull the buys out. So I need number 2. Boy, right now is when you wish you had some decent handwriting. And I hope my 9 don't look like a 6. Okay, so here's 2. 6. 6 and 2. 8. 10. 16. Now these are buys. So now we have the rest of the spots. I'm going to fold these up and drop them in this. I'm going to do this in front of everybody. Drop them in there, fold it over, drop it in there, 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 and that's all of them. Okay. So I'm going to do what I do to mix them all up so the other ones ain't on the top. The ones that I put in last by themselves. All right. So here we have a cup full of slips. Now, is there anybody in the chat that wants me to draw for your team right now? If so, you see the teams listed right here. As far as know which Flex Island team is, I can't really help you there. I can't hold this up the whole time, but here's what Shannon gave me. So what team wants me to draw first? Otherwise, I'm fixing to draw for, okay, dark side. Dark side. All right, dark side, I'm fixing to draw for you. Dark side is team 5 on this thing right here. They're going to go to spot 14. Let me just put my finger in the way. Why don't I? Here, hold on. 14. All right, let's put this over there with the buys. So spot 14 is going to dark side. All right. Go ahead and do DB Hustlers. DB Hustlers, here we go. Well, that sucks. 13. May need to mix them up a little better. All right, DB Hustlers. All right, how about who else? Okay, that'd be Team OSC. I'm mixing. I'm reaching for the bottom and I'm reaching for the top, trying to just mix them up. All right. Team OSC goes to spot 1. Team OSC got a bye on the first round, so they will move over here. Good news for y'all, you don't have to be there early. I'll make this pretty and try to post this when we get done. All right, who's left? Who next? All right, nobody's jumping. So how about let's go for flex on them 4. All right, here we going. We ain't looking. And now flex on them 4 is going to go to spot 11. All right. Now, the next one, unless somebody speaks up, will be flex on them 1. All right. All right, here we go. So y'all see at the same time 7. So flex on them 1. Let me do this. Let me we did this already. We did DB Hustlers already. We did Dark Side already. And we did flex on them 4 already. And this was flex on them 1 going to 7. Okay, flex on them 1's going to 7. So flex. Uh-oh. We'll fix it later. You know, I can't leave it like that. That's just terrible. Hang on. Let's see. I had this bright idea to separate this from the screen, and I should not have. All right, let's see here. All right, flex on them 1. That's 7. Now, let's see. Right? Okay, let's see. Let me do that again. All right. All right, this is 12. It's going to go to flex on them 2. Man. All right, that's 12 out of the way. All right. Maybe because I'm drawing them all next to one another. Let's go. We're going to draw for sundown right now. How's that? Watch it be way off to the side or something. Oh, shoot. 9. So 9 goes to Team Sundown. All right. Which one now? How about Demo Kings? What do y'all think? Greg Kane, I could tell you almost. Let's see. I don't have you on any of them. I guess they're going to change up when you get there. Yep. Okay, who was I doing for? Demo Kings? All right. Let's see. 3. Demo Kings. All right. Demo Kings. All right, who y'all want me to go for next? Give me a name. Anyone on here? Demo Kings 2 or Flex on them 3. Guess there's only 2 left. Demo Kings 2. All right, here we go. Mixing them up there. All right, this looks like 15. So Demo Kings 2. A writer ain't writing. I don't know why. We got to have writing, y'all. Of course. Why would it stop writing? There we go. Don't know what I did, but let me erase that. All right. All right. Demo Kings 2 was 15. This is just stuff we would have had to do that morning. I'll spell it all right later, right? You like my hair? Mm-hmm. All right. Who else? Oh, Demo Kings 2. Sorry. Okay. The last one is Flex on them 3. I'm going to call that a 5. Flex on them 3. All right. Now, what we have here is a failure to communicate. We have number 4 as we should, but we out of team. So did I mess up? Should that have been a bye? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buys. What team did I miss, or did I put down not where they're okay? So let's go. Flex on them 4. Yep. Flex on them 1. Yep. Flex on them 2. Yep. Flex on them 3. Yep. Dark side. Yep. Team OSC. Yep. Sundown. Yep. Demo Kings 2. Yep. DB Hustlers. Yep. So what did I do wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's the problem. There's only 15 holes here. So, oh, see right here, we're missing 14. So we've made a mistake, but we've got no choice. So we're going to do this right here. Bye. My bad. Everybody seem fair about that? Everything seemed cool? Let's see. Okay, so This match will be done. This one 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 will be at 9:30. Gates open at 9. So my hope is that we can have a meeting at 9. I'm gonna hope I'll be there early and set up and try to answer any questions and kind of get going. But hopefully we can get started by 9:30. I hope these matches take less than an hour. If they do, they'll be good, and I'll show you why it'll be good in just a minute. But so this second match right down here, this we're going to count this at 10:30. I will be in the demo field. I won't be set up where the other orgs are. I'll be set out there where you guys are, right in the middle of that demo field, so that be easy for you to get to us. So that one's at 10:30. This one is done. This match, we will make this one at 11:30. Don't concrete on these times, because hopefully we'll gain some time as we do earlier. And if we lose time, if they take longer or we start to look like we're going to be here at midnight, I'll set up another meter and teach somebody to run the meter, right? And we will do a whole nother. We'll go to the other side of the tent, and we'll have 2 matches going at once. And I will put somebody on each meter, and I'll be looking to each side and answer questions. Hogan, you are on Flexonium 1. All right. So we're at 11:30. So then this one would be 12:30. These matches have to happen before I can fill these out. So you can see how it's going to go. This match 11 right here, it'll most likely be at, no doubt it can be at 1:30. And then this one would be able to be at 2:30. And then you can see from here on out, we got matches. So this one right here could be at 3:30, 4:30, 5:30. Unless I have made a mental mistake, this is how the day will go. Hopefully these matches will go quicker than this. They could. It just depends. So we're going to have a captain's meeting. So if you're the captain of one of these teams, definitely want to be there at 9 if possible. Here's the scoop. We say we're starting at 9:30. At 9:30, before 9:30, we need to have a coin toss done, and we need to figure out who's putting up who. And at 9:30, those 2 first competitors need to be there. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to pull up to the tent, straight onto the tent, and there'll be a TV right in front of each of you. I learned last time that I need to put both scores on each TV so that you can see what your opponent's doing without having to glance or whatnot. So without having to look all the way over to his TV. So that's kind of how that'll go down. And hopefully, man, like as soon as you're finished, if we can unmic you and get you there, and then the 2 captains will have to think for a second before they know who they're going to put up. And, they don't want to put somebody up, because this is what's going to happen. They say, oh, I'm going to put so-and-so up now. Okay, so they write him on the score sheet here. They write him down, and then he's not there. Well, he just lost. So you don't write him on the score sheet until until you know he's there and he's good for you. So if somebody's not there, it's just a loss. So you don't want to write them down. You don't want to put them up before you know they're there. So it's going to take a little time for in between the matches, to happen. But if we can do it fast and cut them less than an hour, you can see we can get done a lot earlier. As far as the money goes, captains will pay. It's $30 per person. Per team, it's $150. And that'll cover you no matter how many rounds you go through or whatever the rest of the day. So it'd be nice if the captains would just come pay and take this roster. I don't want every individual person to pay me. If it has to be that way, okay. But I'm just trying to expedite things, right? If you want to pay me early, before we even get there. $Base Wars, and then call me at 601-953-6504 or text me and let me know what you paid me for, or put it in the note on what was it? Cash App, or whatever. So that would help things go forth a little quicker. I will make these rosters. I'll put them online where you guys can print them out and fill them out before you get there. Right? You can bring this done, and that'd be nice. That would save a little time. Most of you, it's not going to matter. It's only really going to matter for this first teams of the Flex on them 4 and Flex on them 2. DB Hustlers and Dark Side. Those are the only ones that's kind of early, So, and that one's even at 10:30. So really, it's just the 2 Flex on them teams. After that, most people will be there, and no big deal, right? But I feel like I will probably be busy. Right. Stream limit. Yeah. That's right. On the captain. But I feel like I will probably be busy. So if I'm having to take the time and take your money and register and all stuff, it probably will take from us a little bit. I don't have anybody helping me. I'm sure somebody will. There's a bunch of judges there. So, and people would just help too. But as it stands, Greg is going to be busy running the whole show. Eric and Melissa will be running the regular tent. I know some of the other Melissa's coming, but she's probably going to be hanging with the Flex on them people. I think Tina's coming. Not positive, but I don't know what she's got planned. Jeffrey Rodever's coming. So there'll be some people there that could probably help me, Hey, Brad. So we have a lot more people than we did when I started, but so are there any questions so far? Have I done fairly well at going over and explaining all this to you? And if you guys can screenshot this in case I lose it, right? I think I'm going to take a picture of it right now. As a matter of fact, I should be writing it on paper, so I don't mess up and lose it. There. Now I got it. So this is a 30-second music average. It's not limited to a particular frequency. You can play 15 or you can play, 60. We're not going above 60 or 70 or something like that. It's within the range of our demo classes. So yeah, it's 30-second musical average. No profanity. Listen, also, and we're not trying to be buttholes, but we are trying to be fair. Okay. If we got 2 guys going against one another and one guy, somebody calls him on his phone, stops his music, that's on him, right? There are no redos. There are no redos because your opponent might not have the voltage to redo, so we're going to be things like that. It's just tough. If you blow a fuse, you can't if you can put your fuse in and get back going within that 30 seconds, that's fine, but odds are not very good at that. If you forget your bass knob to turn it up, I can't help it, Yeah. Right. Yeah, you could do that. But like I say, we're not trying to be a butt about it. But we got to be fair to that person that just ran against you and they did have their stuff right. And it's not fair to take a second shot at them, So that is also, there'll be a time limit. We're going to probably put a 5-minute time limit on that you have to put up a player. So like, or a competitor. So after that first match is over, okay, Team A put up the first guy. Team B put somebody on him. So now it's Team B's time to put somebody up first. Well, Team B will have like 5 minutes max to give us a name to who's going to go. And then the same thing, we'll probably have 3 minutes for that second team to put on him. Maybe it's 3 minutes and 3 minutes. We'll have that decided by the time. I think we should do 3 minutes to throw to put the person up and 5 minutes to have them at the tent. And we'll be stringent about that too. We can't wait all day, because if we do, we could, if this takes longer than an hour, we might be there at 8 o'clock that night. And I know y'all don't want that. Yep. So we'll go ahead and decide that. 3 minutes max to put somebody up and 5 minutes for them to be in the lane, sitting at the tent. 3 and 5 minutes. Don't even forget this. Whenever we get there, I'll be done it. I'll write this all in the rules whenever we do it and see how it goes. But I still want to spend the time to write a rule book, and we might change everything about it this Saturday. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So any see, what if one that is competing is at Slam? What team? Oh, yeah, we're not going to do it at Slam. Well, I don't say we're not. If there was enough interest, we would, but I don't think we could pull it together quick enough to do it at Slam. I think they would like for us to do it. I think they would be okay. I think they'd give us the room to do it, but that would just mean more people for us to have to be there, and we already struggling getting people there, you know? Right? More rules. Let's see. What if one that is competing is a judge? We're fine with that. We don't care. A meter's a meter. If you believe in the meter, it works. If you don't believe in the meter, you probably not compete. Right? The meter just compares, one car to the next. Yeah. And listen, so based on the feedback from this weekend, this is going to determine whether we want to pursue this in the future or not. If y'all don't like it, turns out not be a good thing, we just scrap it. We'll just quit. We don't have to do it. It's just something that I thought might be fun for y'all. And it's something I think that I found a way to maybe get more people back involved in our sport of competition. I don't know why it's not letting me reply to comments. I don't know either. Anything else that you guys can think of that you might want to know? It's $30 a person. Hopefully, another something too, guys. This is important, and this ain't me trying to be a butthole, but you see on this bracket right here, the captains need to come roster up and pay early in the morning. If some of these teams don't show up, you see how it's just going to jack the bracket. So we want to get you. We want to get you there and know you're there, and get the ball rolling. We don't want to be. I don't want it to be at 12:30 when we realize Flex on them 1 is not there, right? Because that could have been a bracket. That could have been a buy from the start, and and we don't want people standing there waiting on you. That's disrespectful. So if the team's not going to happen, we need to know it, but we need to definitely sign up early. There are no limits on power. If you pay for the team wars, it's just for the team wars, but you only pay once for all day. So if you're the team that wins this, you're going to meter 1, 2, 3, 4 times at least. But you only pay one time. You only pay $30. Now, I will tell you this too. This is going forward. If we do these in the future, I put 8 people on the roster, even though only 5 compete. So that way, in the future, if we do make structured teams out of this, then if 1 or 2 people can't make it, you got alternates, so to speak. This is going to be at high voltage this coming weekend. Is it this coming weekend? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'm leaving in the morning, headed there. So, right. Yeah. It's going to be fun, Brad. DB Hustlers has a change. What is the change, John? Saturday. Yep. So of you guys that we running back to back sometime. Oh no. If you look at these time frames, you'll have time in between your matches. Right? Jimmy, hop on that plane. We know you got plane money. Walt Reed won't be able to be there. You got somebody to go in his place? Well, actually, I have DB Hustlers John, Jeremy, Robert, Thomas, and Cry, Kry. That's who I have on the. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Well, long as you got it figured out by that morning, and you'll fill out this roster sheet right here, and no problem. No problem. I made these and I printed these out for you guys. I printed out 20 of these so you guys could have them and see who the opponent has. I'm sorry that I did not know who the builds, what the builds are. So I didn't put that on there. I didn't get that information from y'all when y'all filled out that link. We'll do that in the future if we do it again. But so each one of the captains will get one of these sheets of paper right here. They're already printed and in my clipboard for y'all. But if there's a change, there ain't nothing I can do about that, but just tell you the best I can of all the changes. You can write them down or whatever. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, these rosters, I made them for you guys, and I hope they're helpful, but they're definitely not written in stone. What will be written in stone is when you fill this out, that'll be written in stone. After you've had your first match, you can't add or take away from your team. You may have, John. I might have missed it. Man. Let me look. Let's see here. Where did that go? Y'all, yep, you did. Well, yep, you did. Y'all did fill that out. I just didn't put it on the list. I may go back and do that. But I'm leaving in the morning, so I might not have time. You guys did fill out what type build. I just didn't see it. When I typed all your stuff down below in the column, I didn't bring what type it was. Can you put that list up on Base Wars Facebook page so we could all put in the information? Yeah. Yeah. You mean this? Or the other one? Or this one? And I'm talking to you, Mike Sustersick. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll try. I'll see if I can't get those type builds there, but for you, and I'll post it up. Yeah. And I'm also going to probably make this bracket right here a little nicer and post it up for you guys as well. Yep. Let's see. Sundown got to buy. They won't be to approximately 1:30. Hopefully earlier, but could be about 1:30. Yeah, Aaron, I think I saw you on that list somewhere. No, Aaron, I don't see you on this list. But I know there have been some changes. Yeah, that is all Eastern time. I think the show is going to be big, man. I've been to it the last few years, but I've heard a lot more about this show. Not even just this team thing, but just heard it mentioned a lot. Along same way with the Made of Steel show coming up, I think in a week or two after. Yeah. I didn't call the list out of people, but David, yeah, you're on Flex on them 3. Yeah. So these times you guys are looking at behind me, man, they you know, they're just potential, and like if one of the teams don't show up, well, now that let's just say Dale Efall, let's just say he says, man, you know what? I ain't getting out of bed this day. I'm gonna go eat some parrots or something. I ain't going. So then that turns into a bye. Well, then now the match between the two flex on them teams are now at 11:30 instead of 12:30. So anything could happen, you know. So, but we definitely want to be able to definitely want to be around and be flexible on the times. I gave those as a guide. I hope we get done before 5:30 because I know y'all get tired. Be out there all day. Yep. Y'all have any questions whatsoever? I'd be happy to answer them. And I want you to have the most knowledge you can showing up so you're not confused about what we're going to do. I will post up these documents as, so you can, if you want, you can print them off and fill them out before you come, But just know this roster, this is the gold. When you put the teams on there, that's your team. And they can't change after you start a match. Mm-hmm. I'll be there also on Friday. You can do, yeah, Wes, go ahead. Go ahead. The normal stuff, this has got nothing to do with that. They'll probably be up and going around 9 or 10 also. Probably 9, I guess. I'm pretty sure Eric and Melissa are running Greg's tent there. Greg's running the whole show, so he's probably not doing it. But Greg will be there, and that'll be set up early, I think. So really, Eric and Melissa would know what time they're starting. I'm only there starting so early because I fear the time that we finish. And we may just blow through this thing. If we do, that's awesome. But you can see right here. Think about it. You got to have 5 matches. You got to have time to put up players or competitors. And so that's going to take time. There's 5 of them. I started to try to put it on 30 minutes, and well, there ain't no way for that. I don't think not doing 5 matches in 30 minutes. I don't think so. So, hey, Bobby, it's twice in 1 week, man. Yeah, I hope it'll be fun, man. We're going to try and make it fun. I hope you guys do. Everybody likes trophies, so they say. So we got about a 6.5-foot trophy down there. It's winner take all kind of thing, since it's just a test for us. But yeah, I think I hope it's fun. I hope it's fun, and I hope we have people around the tent while these guys are going head to head. The handicaps should make things even. Those handicap numbers, I didn't pull them out of a hat. I averaged all of our scores for those type builds, and that's where those handicaps come from. On average, a trunk score was 20 dB lower than a extreme build, and so on and so on. So really, if you're better than average, you should fare well. Now, if you go up against somebody that's better than average, well, we're gonna have a good match, and the way that works is, so let me put this up. Let me see, can I find the score sheet again? Keep losing everything. There's the handicaps, those numbers, that plus 20, plus 15, all that stuff. So if a no wall goes up against a wall, well, the no wall gets a 5 dB spot, the difference between those two. Or if you just want to be real simple about it, you can just say, no matter what, if it's a wall build, you add 10 to its score. And then if it's no wall, you add 15, and that'll automatically build that 5 dB in there. So that's how we be That's how we'll be doing that. So think about the no walls that you have versus the walls. Aaron, right? Aaron's still in here. What's your SPL, man? What do you do on the average? Where you go? She's still in here? Somebody give me a hypothetical what your SPL is on the norm. Brittany, well, you got a trunk car, right? Is that a trunk? You consider that a trunk? Your wall will do over a 60. All right. Brittany, what is yours? A wall, no wall, or is it a trunk? I can't remember. All right. So David's is a wall. So if David puts up his wall and does a 60, we'd add 10 to make him a 170. If Brittany does a 149.9, we add 20 to hers. So that's a 170. So what are they? They're pretty close, right? Right. So David would be a 160 a 160, and we would add 10 to him. All right. So that makes David score 170. And Brittany's is a 149, and we add 20 to hers. So that's pretty close. That's just an example. You could take another one. Let's see. I see. Let's see here. Find some other numbers. Walt's at a 160. I don't know what car that is or what build. But so you guys see how it kind of evens out. Who would have thought her 149 could stay in a match against why are you adding 10? The only reason we adding 10 to the wall, we probably won't, John, is just because it makes the math easy. So they don't have to do the difference between the 20 for the trunk and the 10 for the wall. So if you just add it to both scores, it just is easier. But it could just be that we know that the spot between a trunk and a no wall, or a trunk and a wall was 10 dB. So either way you want to do it is okay. It's just covering the spot. So a hatch car counts as a truck. No. Trunk. Oh, yeah. Okay. No. Depends. No. Usually there are no walls. Yeah. If you add it to everybody's score, you cover that spot and it's just easy. But in common sense fashion, you just know that. And once you got these numbers on top of your head, you'll just know that a trunk gets a 10 dB spot over a no wall or a wall kind of thing. That's true. Y'all do realize this is a 30-second average. And I want to iterate again. If something goes wrong, you're just out of luck. There's no redos. You don't have to make a run if your opponent don't show up. You just win by forfeit. And I'm going to go through that again. And you have two people. There will be two names here. Let's see. Make me a little room. Put some names on here for y'all. Tom and Sue. You got two competitors here. All right. Tom does a 150. Sue does a 160. Sue has a wall build, so we would add 10 to her to make her score 170. And then Tom, let's say he's got a no wall build, so we add 15 to him to make him a 165. So we have a 165 versus a 170. So team point goes to Sue. And at the end of this, we got 5 matches. Basically, the first 1 to 3 wins. So if you can win in the first 3 matches, you don't have to go through the other 2. You know, if you got a guy that's run out on you, man, where'd he go? He went to the store, had a flat, got wrecked, whatever. He's not going to make it back. He'd be in your 5th hole, and you try to win it in 4. You know. Well, all right, y'all. Is there a blow-through single cab considered? A blow-through single cab is considered a no-wall. Yeah. If it is pretty much a no-wall. Right. Finally break a 50. Well, what are y'all? I see you typing. What are you guys replying to? I don't know what you're talking about. You can't reply to comments, I don't think, from other people. I don't think you ever could on these things. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's an option. Yeah, ours is decided if it's below the bed rails. Huh. Well, okay. So listen, I don't want to keep you guys, man. But I really want some questions. I want you to know what's going on. I want you to feel comfortable when you get there, so that we're expedited. Um, any questions at all? Hmm. The individual matchups are decided by the captains. By that I mean, Walt, it works like football. The person, let's just figure this out. The person on the top of the bracket, let's call them the home team. So there'll be a coin toss. The visiting team will call that toss, right? And whoever wins the toss, that captain can choose to put up a competitor, or he can say, no, you put up first, right? The winner of the toss will get that choice. And after that, it flip flops. So if this guy puts up first, the next one, this guy puts up first. And then the next one, this guy, and then this guy, you know, and it goes back and forth. Hmm. Right? Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, that's what I say. Now, this thing right here, we're doing 30-second averages, but should one day we want to, we could do it in a Burt form. We could do it in a death match form. We could do one of these tournaments with a death match format. Oh no, Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy, I'll be in a hotel room. If I can get there before you start, we good. If not, I don't know what we'll do, man. I'll pack I'll pack a camera, and but I might be on the road still at that time. Shouldn't be though. Man, I have not decided. I hate that van, but the van's been good to me. So the only way I want to keep the van is put a wall in it. Uh, but I will not use those old speakers. I'm afraid if I do that, something else will break. And if I build that enclosure, the new speakers baskets are different. So I'd have to build another box if I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to get some new speakers of some kind and do it that way. So I am totally down to answer any questions y'all might could dream up about this weekend to help expedite it, to help y'all know what's going on so that you would have more fun with it. Yeah. Big things I want to point out is once the match gets started, there'll be some time limits, and I'll tell you what they are at a captain's meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning. No cash. This is not that. That's something different. But at 9 o'clock in the morning, we'll have a little meeting with the captains. Hopefully, you guys be filling out those rosters, and we will define the times we already did. But I'll have them written for you so that you got 3 minutes to throw and 5 minutes to have the guy sitting in the lane, sort of thing, or 5 minutes total, so that we can be faster. Yeah. So let's see. Also, be real cautious, man. Don't let somebody call you and mess up your music run, because that's just, there ain't no redos. Base Wars is, we very flexible, and we are, but when you're going against somebody, you can't redo. You can't do those kind of things. Even if the guy wants you to, nope, not happening. You want to have your music ready. You want to have it blasting by the time the meter starts. If you start late, that's on you, and we're not redoing it because you started late, because the other guy done wasted his voltage, and that's not fair. So I just want to urge you guys to be on that. And listen, I promise you, if all the people on your team will pay the captain, let the captain just pay me, so it's going to be fast. Sign up to be fast, because I imagine I'll be busy that day, and so I want to make that as fast as possible. If you want to sign up early, just cash out me the $150. Make sure I know what it's for, and do it that way. Just whatever makes us go faster. I'm real concerned I'm going to have you guys there late, and I don't want to do that. I can push play, and if not, I can find somebody that can. My meter's only going to have a 30-second average in it, so as far as choosing a class, that'll be pretty easy for them. They can't get that wrong. Man, I must have did a good job explaining this. I didn't think I did. But any questions? Do y'all have a full grasp on it? Any questions you want to ask me, so that you'll know, so that you won't wonder. See you later, John. John got it. Well, as you can see on the chart right here, and I will post it, we're going to start that first match at 9:30. So Team Flex on them 4, which Shannon knows who they are, but I'll call them out right quick since they're going to be our first match. Right now, on Flex on them 4, you guys will be starting at 9:30 in the morning, and Flex on them 4 and Flex on them 2. And I have those two teams as Brandon Breeden, Chris Gordon, Kenneth Fannin, Jacob Williams, and Shannon Boone is Flex on them 4. And Flex on them 2 is John Trent, Mama Boone, Bass Twins, Luke Trent, and Ryan Nelms. So y'all are the unlucky ones that start at 9:30. You cannot pay to rerun. Frequency does not matter, within reason. Nothing over, let's say, 70 for sure. but it's music. So do you. No, frequency doesn't matter. Does trunk car need plastics? What do you mean plastics? How's the choosing people going to go again? All right. So it's at the beginning, the captains will do a coin toss. There'll be a winner and a loser. The winner will choose to put up a competitor, or he will choose to make his opponent put up a competitor. Interior trim does not matter. All right. So back plastics does not matter. So after that coin toss, the captains will choose, they'll put somebody up, or they'll have their opponent put somebody up. Now, however that goes to start, it flip-flops after that. So if team A puts up first, team B puts up first, second on the second match. And then team A does it the third match, whatever. Yeah. 54 will not work. We'll go over DB. Sure. Yeah, no problem. So your captain is going to have to think a little bit, and I hope that does make you. I hope you guys wonder. It's supposed to be a challenge and be fun for you guys. So that's what we're trying to create. That's why I took away. You remember we used to have it to where on that score sheet you would add your SPL score here, and you would just tally it all the way down. But when I looked at it, really at the end of the day, all you had was all the scores, and no matter who they went against, you still had just the same score. At the end of the day, it didn't matter. So that's why I decided to go to the point system. So if everybody was louder, it would just be whichever team had cumulative the loudest SPLs. But this way, it matters who you put on somebody. If you put the wrong person on a trunk car that's above average, then you may have just lost your smoking gun. He may have lost a match, lost that match for you, So y'all going to have to think about who you're going to put on who and knowing what's left to come, So those of you that are familiar with everybody, you'll be happy that you are, because you know their scores. You have an idea of what they might SPL. If they don't show up, that's you gotta put somebody in their place. But that morning, or either before you get there, if you either fill this out that morning, or you will download it and fill it out ahead of time. But let's say, if they're not there that morning, you wouldn't put them on here. So no big deal, right? But if they're there and they leave, let's say, and you put them up in a match, and then you realize they're gone, after you write their name on this scores, they're going to compete. If they don't show up, then that's a zero, and the other guy wins. But if they don't show up that morning, you can put somebody into place, then fine, no problem. Later, this is just a test, guys, but later these rosters will be set and they won't be able to be changed, and so you guys will know. But this is just a test, and that's why we're happy to have 10 teams. We're lucky to have 10 teams. So that's why you got the flexibility of these kind of matter, and I printed these out so everybody can kind of see, but this is what matters for us this weekend is after you put them on here and after they do a match, you can't change your roster. Now, you got 8 names you can put on here, so you can put some alternates on there, but you cannot be on more than one team. You can only be on one team. So there's that. But that's a good question. That's the kind of things you want to know. And that's a good question. Do y'all have any more good questions? I don't want to just keep you here. But I really want to give you all the information and arm you the best I can. You cannot walk. You can only run once per match, but good try. I think it should be fun, man. I think it's something different for sure. And I hope what happens is that we have some excitement around the tents, some excitement for you guys metering, kind of like it used to be. And when you got 5 guys and girls and boyfriends and girlfriends are hooting and hollering for their team, man, it could be a good time around the tent. I suspect that you probably want to put some chairs and stuff around where you can kind of watch these matches. I hope to record it and kind of make a video out of it. I hope to make it fun. I hope it's really fun. I'm just trying to do something different for us. And every time I think I'm doing something different, it's already been done, but I don't think this has been done. Well, all right. Well, I am going to, I don't know how much of getting all this stuff ready for you I'll do tonight. I got to pack my club. I'm leaving in the morning, headed on this trip, headed up there. So I will at least get this graphic done right now and post it. This one with the teams, I don't think, based on from what I'm hearing, these are probably not going to be worth a whole lot to you guys because there'll probably be some changes. So, Mike, I told you I would post this, but I'm thinking that probably not wise to do so, based on people changing. I may, but I will at least take care of this tonight. This graphic, I'll post it up later tonight as to, what time everybody's to start based on what we have right now. Now, it's going to be really irritating to me if one of these teams that I have here don't show up after we done did this bracket for them. That's going to be frustrating because these guys, it says, okay, well, I'm not going to be, Dark Side says, well, I'm not going to be doing it till 10:30. I ain't got to be there till, whenever. But then let's say one of these flex on them teams don't make, and then they're not there. Well, now we can't go. We can't proceed, and that'd be frustrating. So I hope all these teams will show up. That's what I hope. Yep, I can't wait. It's going to be fun. No, Wally, no. One person can only be on one match at a time. One person cannot have 2 vehicles. One person in name. Now you can have somebody else run his vehicle, right? But only one person per team. You can't be on the team twice. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting as well. I was going to get fancy. I bought another webcam to show you guys the the team thing. I was going to record it with it. So here's the view I made for you guys. How you like that? Right? Isn't that fancy? Yeah, I like this one better. All right. Any more questions whatsoever? Yeah, one person per match, period. Yeah. Uh, the only way this can work. So that's a good question. That's a valuable question. No, that means Clay can run his truck, and if Clay has another vehicle, you could run his other vehicle. That's what Wally's saying. So can husband and wife run together or girlfriend? I not sure I understand that, Shannon Boone. I don't understand. You can put two names on a car, I guess, for this weekend. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can stand there with her. Yeah, you got to definitely commit to 18. Two people, two vehicles. Yep. Yeah, you can't have the same person run one vehicle twice. You can't have two people run the same vehicle twice, and you can't have the same person run two vehicles. Yeah, and you know, um, yeah, that's a good question. Proud to have that one. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you guys up, but man, I really want y'all to have two people, one car. Nope. You can put two names on one card, kind of like think of it as a nickname, but um, yeah. But so if that's it, I mean, I'm ready to cut y'all loose, but I just want to make sure you guys know everything. I want to give you all the information possible to make it easy for you and to make you comfortable. Really, that's the goal, to make you comfortable with it this weekend. Yeah, granddaughter can run. All right. Well, I'm gonna cut it off now. You guys have any questions? Call me. Don't. I would tell you to message me, but my messages have kind of gotten out of hand. And if you call me and I don't have your number, it don't ring. I'll see it, but I have to call you back. And if you text me and I don't respond quickly, you want to text me again, because I don't know, man. I think I clear it at night, but I think I got about 500 texts. I don't even have a phone, so that's probably not a good idea. Um, yeah, 500 texts today. I ain't gonna go through all them things. So, but anyway, if I can definitely help you prepare before you get there, I will, and be happy to do it. So there's that. So I'm gonna get off here. Y'all have any questions whatsoever, man? I want to answer them for you. I want you to come prepared. Come as early as you can. If you want at least a captain, come as early as you can and get this roster thing signed up. If you want to pay me earlier, it'd be awesome. $Base Wars is cash out. Um, just whatever can expedite this stuff would be awesome. All right. We will see you guys later. I hope y'all have a good night. I'm not going to do an exit video for y'all. Yeah, I will. I'll do an exit video just because I can. And then we will talk to you guys later.